We both wore crowns.
We both wore crowns.
Unfortunately, my hairdresser didn't show up, but I do have a lot more bobby pins just in case we need them. And my makeup artist didn't show up. It's 9:30 here in the morning. David just keeps getting earlier and earlier. So what you got is a little lipstick and pajamas with a crown.
Do you have 150 bobby pins? And by the way, for everyone that wants the videos, there's little clips on YouTube. This is Patreon. You get the only place you get the full episode. Go on.
I think there's only 90 here. There's 90, but you know, I didn't need them. I don't have that much hair like Teresa, but you know, this is an honor. This is an honor of the queen because we both think we're queens also.
Listen, I went and did the $9.99 rush order from Amazon, and
mine was 13. But look at the cup I drank from today. I'm really going all out. My queen mug. We have lawn people here. They'll be done in a minute. But anyway, yeah, this is an honor of. But we both feel we're queens also. I think we're all queens. All our Patreons, listeners are queens. We're queens. It's just that we don't have people showing up at 5 a.m. to do our hair and makeup.
I have so much to say about that. You know, before we get there, yesterday we treated everyone to our bonus episode talking about Melissa and Joe, and already there's like new stuff coming out.
Yeah, listen, I'm glad I didn't make an opinion yesterday about thinking if she cheated or not. I'm thinking not now, only because this is a hearsay thing again. And I just listened to a snippet of Melissa's podcast. Melissa said there's a lot more to the story as to why they were mad at Teresa and Louis. So I don't think Teresa is as innocent as people saying. So we'll see. We got to, you know, we have to know the whole story. What is your feeling now, David?
Well, you know, listen, I hardly ever feel guilt. And I feel actually guilty. There's guys, there's no one standing behind me. Melissa's not in the corner. Melissa did not DM me. I've not heard from Margaret. I feel guilty. I feel guilty that I'm such a dirty troll. And I'm so like quick to like have this whole scenario and like,
well, it sounded really real. But then once you heard Laura say that Margaret didn't see it with her own eyes, she heard it, then I'm like, wait a minute, come on, stop now. So Margaret did not see it with her own eyes. So this is, I feel, a bunch of bull. It's a bunch of bull.
It's a bunch of bull. I mean, listen, the only thing I can say, because I know Laura, and I'm not trying to throw Laura under the bus, but I mean, it's a true fact because I saw it with my own eyes. I read it. I mean, I have texts from Laura. She tried to get on the show for years, and that doesn't really mean anything. But I feel it's like when Carol Raswell was on my show and Ebony Williams was on my show, they both said it, like, this is Ebony's point. I didn't have any problem during the season of RHONJ. And if you think about it and you look back and you watch, she never had that many fights with anyone. It was all when the show came out and they were doing press and jockeying for a position. They both said it always comes back to the show. I agree with that. I think it all comes, this isn't like a real life fight.
No,
now.
I agree. This
is now about fame and the show and getting in front of a camera. Listen, Laura can say whatever she wants. I am sorry. You want to be on the show and you want to be on really bad. That's not a bad thing, but you want that. You want your name. Laura's name's in page 6 today. Okay.
There you go.
Mine, you know, and take it from someone whose name is in page
but
6
at the
every
expense,
day. It means nothing.
David, but at the expense of 2 marriages. At the expense of 2 marriages.
And you know, a 40-year fucking friendship with Margaret.
Exactly. So now, listen, I gave Laura a chance to tell me the truth. She did not. She just said I could sleep at night. She did not come back, and she could have talked to me. I would have brought it out. They supposedly asked to be on Tamara's show. Tamara said, no, I'm a truth seeker. I was going to allow her to not be on the show, but I would have spoken for her. She didn't choose. She chose not to. That leads me to believe that there's not truth here. When you have truth and someone gives you a platform, you take it. She didn't take it. So it is what it is.
You take it, and like, I mean, and she could never be on this show, but she could have spoken to you.
She could have spoke through me. She did not do it.
Honestly, right. Like when the truth is on your side, you talk and talk and talk because you're not going to trip yourself up. There's not going to be any incongruous facts. Like,
nope.
It's the truth. You're speaking the truth. And so, yeah, I feel so guilty that I said all this stuff.
Okay. So you're taking it back. You're taking it back and you don't believe the rumor. I left my judgment open. I don't believe the rumor. Okay. So it is what it is. And I believe now, listening to the snippet of Melissa's podcast, that Teresa was a lot more guilty because Teresa uses all her soldiers to do her shit. She did it back in Strippergate. Before Melissa got on the show, she was one of the ones running around telling Caroline Jackman that Melissa was a dancer. So she's full of shit. Teresa's full of shit. She has everyone do her dirty work. And so I think Teresa's behind this. That's where I'm going to go with this after hearing what Melissa and Joe had to say on the podcast.
And you don't think so it's really Melissa's podcast. You don't think it's true at all. No clue that it's true.
It's not true.
Wow.
Not true.
They're a united front. They're not, Melissa and Joe are not breaking up.
Nope. And now, they're united against, they realize that the relationship with Teresa is toxic. It's been toxic. This has been fake for a long time and they're done. Listen, I have a situation. I'm not going to talk about my personal life right here, but I'm done with someone in my family and it was unfortunate. I took it for so long and I walked away. You can't pick your family, unfortunately, but sometimes you have to walk away.
Is this person someone that the public knows?
No.
Oh. Because where my mind goes with that.
Yeah, no. Nope. They do not know her. No one even knows that she exists. But yeah, it's a family and there's no relationship, unfortunately. Not on my side, started on her side, and it is what it is. It was toxic. So we walked away from each other.
I mean, listen, I listened to a little bit of Melissa's podcast too, when she said, look, it's really what you and I have been saying for weeks. When something is that, you've tried. I feel that rumble in that season when they, I feel like it was just such PTSD that she never wanted to get back to that place. So eventually, there's so many years now that have gone by.
Yep.
You're not at that place and now it's different and now you're being taken advantage of. And now
listen, do you remember when Melissa got on her hands and knees and begged Teresa stop hurting her? She said that's the one scene she wished she could take back. But I think that was real. She got on her hands and knees and said, please stop hurting us.
Well, I'm apologizing to Melissa Gorg.
There you go.
I feel, listen, you and I, Kim, we are real. We don't care. We will look at you and say, I was fucking wrong. And I feel like I really do. I almost couldn't sleep last night. I know.
Isn't that terrible, David? I know. But you want to know something? You're doing the right thing. But you know what? It was really it just seemed really strange, the story, especially if it was Margaret opening the door. But now the whole story changed. It's bull. And she hurt. I don't know. I don't know about what to say about Margaret, but this woman hurt two families, two married